Have you ever been in a moment where everything seemed perfectly fine? You were attracted to your partner. You wanted to be there. Your mind said yes, and then suddenly, your erection seemed to disappear? If that's ever happened to you, let me tell you something surprising. It may not mean what you think it means. In fact, what I'm about to share might completely change the way you look at erections, confidence, and your overall health. Because the truth is, many men panic when this happens, and that panic often becomes the real problem. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why erections sometimes fade unexpectedly, what your body is trying to tell you, and the simple habits that can help support healthier erectile function naturally. I'm Dr. Ava, a urologist, and this is one conversation more men need to hear. Over the years, I've spoken with countless men who believed they were the only ones experiencing this. Some were in their 20s, some were in their 40s, some were in their 60s and beyond. And almost all of them asked the same question. Doctor, what's wrong with me? But here's the interesting part. In many cases, nothing was seriously wrong. Their bodies were responding exactly the way human bodies are designed to respond. And once they understood the science, the fear started disappearing. That's why today I want to walk you through the biggest mistakes men make when erections become inconsistent, and what you can do instead. Because sometimes the problem isn't your body. Sometimes it's your understanding of what's happening inside it. And that's where things get fascinating. Number one, assuming it's always a physical problem. Let's start here, because this creates more anxiety than almost anything else. A man experiences one episode of erection loss, and immediately his mind jumps to the worst case scenario. Maybe something is broken. Maybe he's losing his masculinity. Maybe this will happen forever. Sound familiar? But here's what many people don't realize. An erection begins in the brain, not in the penis. The brain is actually the command center. It processes attraction, emotion, safety, stress, excitement, distraction, and then sends signals throughout the body. So if you're exhausted, overwhelmed, anxious, or mentally distracted, those signals can become interrupted. And when they do, your body may respond differently than expected. That's biology, not failure. And there's another layer to this, one that catches many men completely off guard. Number two, ignoring the impact of stress. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your heart races when you're nervous? How your palms sweat before an important meeting? How your stomach feels different during stressful moments? Your body responds to stress immediately, and erections are no exception. When stress levels rise, your body activates survival pathways. Blood flow patterns shift. Muscles become more alert. The body prepares for action. The problem? An erection requires the opposite environment. It thrives when the body is relaxed, comfortable, present, and feeling safe. That's why chronic stress can quietly interfere with sexual health over time. Not because you're weak, not because you've done something wrong, but because your body is responding exactly the way it's programmed to respond. Now here's where it gets even more interesting, because stress isn't the only hidden factor. Number three, overlooking what your blood vessels are telling you. Most men think erections are only about sex. They're not. They're also about circulation. Healthy erections depend heavily on healthy blood flow. Think of blood vessels like highways. The smoother the traffic, the easier it is for blood to travel where it's needed. But when those highways become damaged, congested, or less flexible, blood flow can become affected. And here's something every man should know. Sometimes changes in erectile function appear years before other cardiovascular symptoms. Years. That's why many urologists and cardiologists pay close attention when men report erection difficulties. It can be an important health clue, a signal worth investigating, a reason to pay attention. And speaking of paying attention, the next mistake is one that almost nobody talks about. Number four, underestimating the power of sleep. Now I know what you're thinking. What does sleep have to do with erections? Quite a lot, actually. While you sleep, your body performs maintenance. Hormones are regulated, cells repair themselves, the brain processes information, and testosterone production follows natural biological rhythms. When sleep becomes poor, those systems can become disrupted. Energy drops, mood changes, recovery suffers, hormonal balance can be affected. And over time, sexual health may suffer too. This is why some men notice improvement simply by improving sleep quality. Not overnight, but gradually, consistently. Because health is often built through habits we barely notice. Which brings me to the next point, and this one affects nearly everyone. Before we continue, if you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone you care about, because the right information can change someone's life. And if you or anyone you know has experienced similar symptoms or concerns, indicate it in the comment section below. You're probably helping more people than you realize. Now let's continue, because this next mistake may be the most common of all. Number 5, forgetting that your lifestyle shows up everywhere. Your body is one connected system, not separate compartments. Everything affects everything. What you eat, how much you move, how often you sit, your stress levels, your hydration, your sleep, your cardiovascular health, your metabolic health. All of it matters. And over time, those daily choices accumulate. Think of it this way. Most health changes don't happen in one dramatic moment. They happen quietly, one day at a time, one meal at a time, one night of sleep at a time, one workout at a time, until eventually the body starts reflecting those choices. That's why healthy habits often produce benefits that extend far beyond the gym, far beyond the scale, far beyond appearance. They influence energy, mood, confidence, performance, and quality of life. So what can you actually do? Let's keep it simple. Step 1, pay attention to patterns. Is this happening occasionally or consistently? Patterns matter. Step 2, prioritize sleep. Most people underestimate how powerful quality sleep really is. Step 3, move your body regularly. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Walking, cycling, swimming, strength training. Find something sustainable. Step 4, manage stress intentionally. That could mean exercise, meditation, prayer, journaling, time with loved ones, whatever helps you create balance. Step 5, talk to your doctor when something changes. Don't suffer in silence. Don't rely on guesswork. Get answers, because knowledge reduces fear, and fear often makes problems feel larger than they really are. Now, I want to speak directly to the men watching this. If you've experienced this before, you're not alone, not even close. Millions of men experience changes in erectile function at some point in life. Millions. That doesn't define your worth, and it certainly doesn't mean you should give up hope. What matters is understanding what's happening, paying attention, taking action when needed, and remembering that health is a journey, not a single moment, not a single experience, not a single bad day. So here's what I want you to remember. Your body is always communicating with you. Always. Sometimes through energy levels, sometimes through sleep, sometimes through mood, and sometimes through sexual health. The goal isn't to fear those signals. The goal is to understand them, because understanding creates confidence. Confidence creates action, and action creates change. Small changes, repeated consistently. That's where transformation begins. More energy, better health, greater confidence, and a better quality of life. I'm Dr. Ava. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Take care of your health. Take care of your future. And remember, the sooner you listen to your body, the sooner your body can start helping you. I'll see you in the next video.